Our next award is the Distinguished Merit Award. The Distinguished Merit Award is given to a BOC, Certified Athletic Trainer, who has been in practice in Pennsylvania for a minimum of 10 years and demonstrates distinguished professional achievement in the practice of athletic training in their respective employment setting. These settings include, but are not limited to, the secondary school setting, college/university, professional sports, clinic/industrial, and/or college educator. On behalf of our committee and PATS, we are honoring 3 deserving athletic trainers today who have demonstrated excellence in their primary field of practice and for fostering a positive influence on patients, students, athletes, administrators, and organizations for which they provide their valuable service. Our first recipient this evening is Rob Blanc. As a graduate of Slippery Rock University, Rob has worked mainly in the collegiate setting, including the last 26 years at the University of Pittsburgh. He has been an instrumental part of developing the athletic training program and overall athletics administration as a clinician, instructor, and clinical preceptor. In addition to his responsibilities serving as the head athletic trainer for football, Rob has led the role with the Pitt Performance Team, a unique blend of the university's numerous resources that focus on the development and welfare of the total student athlete. Rob was awarded the 2013 NCAA Division I Head Athletic Trainer of the Year by the NATA and is considered by many to be one of the go-to people in our profession. He has co-authored 1 textbook and is currently working on a 2nd textbook with 2 of his colleagues that involves clinical scenarios and situations. As you can see in the program booklet, Rob has served our profession and PATS organization as a former chair of the PATS Clinical Symposium and presented at the NATA, EATA, and the American Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine Symposiums. Rob deserves the Distinguished Merit Award for his excellence as the athletic trainer in a college/university setting. His diligent care and his work ethic allows Rob to demonstrate and instill his positive influence on athletes, students, professional organizations, and our profession as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2014 Distinguished Merit Award winner, Rob Blanc. Joining Rob this evening is his wife, Peggy.
I'll also try to make this brief. First, I want to thank the board and the Honor and Awards Committee for this honor, and especially Dr. Keith Gorse, who somebody must owe him something because he nominated me and I got it. I also want to thank my wife Peggy, who is here with me and, like so many of our spouses, endures this lifestyle and helps in making us successful. As I thought about this, I realized that I went back to the spring semester of 1979. I was sitting in a classroom in Slippery Rock State College at the time, and I was sure of one thing. I was sure that the physical education track that I had started there in was not for me. But I didn't know what my other options were going to be, and I was sitting in this basic principles of athletic training class, and I thought, well, I don't know what else to try, so I'm going to give this a shot and I'll ride it out and see what happens. But I didn't hear fireworks. I didn't have an aha moment. The angels weren't singing, but I didn't have another option, so I stuck with the athletic training. From there, I was selling TVs and stereos after graduation and realized that was probably below the physical education teacher, so I had to do something else. So I ended up with a graduate assistantship at Ohio University, and I met a gentleman by the name of Skip Vossler there. And things kind of started to come together. This athletic training thing seemed to be kind of on the right track, but again, no fireworks, no whistles, just, I was going to push through. From there, I had the opportunity to spend some time with Ralph Berlin. Ralph Berlin was the head athletic trainer with the Pittsburgh Steelers at the time. They were looking for somebody to do all of their work, and I was a childhood hero of the Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Steelers were my childhood heroes, and that was great for me. So I went there and I did all their work. Ralph, being a 4-time Super Bowl champion, I figured he had to have something to teach me. And as I watched Ralph over the 4 or 5 years that I worked with him, the one thing that he taught me was that he absolutely loved what he did. And he had more fun doing it than anybody that I knew in any of their jobs. So again, things kind of started to click. This kind of started to come together. Moved on to Duquesne University. At that time, I was the only athletic trainer at Duquesne University. Most of that administration wasn't sure if the balls were blown up or stuffed. The athletic training at that time at Duquesne University was not respected. They had no idea why I was there, what I was there for, and I'm happy to say that Dr. Tarosi and Dr. Leppart soon after rescued me from there and took me to the University of Pittsburgh. But while I was at Duquesne, I met another gentleman there by the name of Dr. David Stone. He was new to the Pittsburgh area, was looking for something to do in sports medicine, and he came over and helped me. And together, we tried to change the thinking and the coaches of the administration at Duquesne and failed miserably. Obviously, Duquesne is not what it was then, and they have a very proud program, and maybe that's because I left, I'm not sure. But so, went on to the University of Pittsburgh, and in my time at the University of Pittsburgh, which is now at the end of 26 years, I have formed some relationships with people who served alongside me in the football athletic training room. Names that probably a lot of you will be familiar with: Paul Borsa, Rick Burkholder, Kevin Conley, Joe Davis, John Viro, Jim Cerullo, Tim Dunleavy. All of them were great athletic trainers, but they were even better people. And now this thing really started to click. I also became associated with Dr. Freddie Fu, who supported and guided and taught me beyond what anybody could possibly imagine. And I cherish that relationship to this day. Also in my time there have been a parade of other professionals that have come through there. Staff members that have obviously come and gone, graduate assistants who have come and gone, Tony Salisi and Brian Bonner and Jenny Zonka and a lot of the other staff members that have stood side by side that have made me better. And I think that with the reputation of our undergraduate and our graduate program, we together have been able to do some pretty significant things. Well, as I sat in that classroom many, many years ago, I wanted to find direction. But little did I know that I would be standing here in front of you today accepting an award that I share with each and every one of those people that have stood beside me, have stood with me, pushed me, pulled me, carried me along. I can honestly say that I love what I do, but I hope that along with me you can all say that you also love it, the people that you do it with. I appreciate this very much. I'm honored, and I thank you all.